The Hartley Show is an entertainment program and does not own any of the copyrighted material featured in this episode. All copyrighted material featured will be used as fair use for the purposes of criticism, comment, news reporting, and/or research. Taki.
So am I going to get in trouble or am I going to get fired for this?
Today on The Hartley Show, I'm going to be talking to Andy Poon of the CW's Arrow with a little hint of The Flash. Stick around. So I'm sitting here talking right now to Andy Poon, and what's your title again?
I'm the concept illustrator for Arrow and a little bit of Flash.
And a swell artist indeed you are. And first off, thank you so much for being here, but holy crap, this hoodie is the sexiest thing. Man, look at this thing.
I'm gonna go fight.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about what it is you do on Arrow? And I know you've done at least one design for Flash, but if you could tell me a little bit about what you do and the process.
So my title is concept illustrator, and what I do is I help the costume designer Maya Manny to help her to realize and visualize the concept of what they need for the show. And so the director and producer can approve it before they spend too much awesome money to building the awesome suits that they have on the show. Right.
And of course you work with our pal Aaron Harrison.
For sure, yeah. Great builder. I mean, yeah, that show's just awesome. So.
And you guys communicate quite a bit, yeah? From what I understand?
For sure, secretly. We have like our own Justice League going on.
Justice League of Designers.
That's right.
So the process, how exactly does it unfold between the, Maya, was it her name?
Yeah, Maya Manny, she's the costume designer. So usually I get a phone call in the middle of the day saying, hey, do you know this character? I'm like, of course I do.
Because you're a big nerd just like me.
Because I'm a big nerd
and
just
I love
like
you for it,
brother. And I'm also in the Wayne Enterprise going on.
And the Aquaman shoes.
And my Aquaman
Pimp
shoes.
out the Aquaman
That's
shoes.
Right. Actually, I was Superman socks as well, but I don't want to take my shoes off.
I've merely got a Superboy t-shirt on.
That's right. So, yeah, she would give me a phone call and be like, we're doing so-and-so. You know much about them? I'm like, of course I do. And then I start sketching instantly before prematurely. No joke on that one. And usually she'll give me some description of what they're looking for. I don't normally get the scripts, unfortunately. That would be helpful, but as we all know, they're pretty hush-hush these days about leaks and stuff. So, but normally Maya would give me a sketch of kind of what she's looking for and different references and ideas what the director and producers are looking for. And then as I do my first pass, so really loose sketches, just to kind of get the poses right and the tone of the character body proportion right, she would also start to search for actual materials.
Right.
So fabrics, buckles, anything hardware.
So is there anything on Arrow you haven't designed or worked on? Have you worked on every design on Arrow?
Yeah, my first character I got to do was, I believe, was the Huntress, which was season 1. I have worked on her, Slade. Is Slade show season 1?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, yeah. Slade. I think the first version of Deadshot.
When he prior to
the
arrow through the eye.
That's right.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. So.
Season 1, spoiler alert.
Dun. But yeah, like, I haven't seen a single episode. And then after that, Christmas break, I'm like, all right, I'm going to binge watch Arrow.
Right.
And yep, it's as good as everybody's saying. So I got in season 2 instantly. And then they did a little spoiler for me, like, hey, guess who will coming next season? I'm like, all right, okay, I can handle that.
Right.
So pretty much I'm responsible for most of the or they don't have metahuman at that show.
Right.
But these supers.
Yeah. Well, I guess they sort of do. They just haven't used the word metahuman other than that. Because the Slade Wilson Destro drone
the
Mercury
for sure, yeah. But yeah, definitely I did most of the unique characters.
And so your first design was Huntress, who I believe was the first masked character on this show.
That is right.
So, out of your designs, and I guess I should actually, before I go on to asking you questions more about your designs, in a specific level, the one Flash design, there's only one design you've done for Flash, right?
I worked on Multiplex.
Multiplex.
We did some illustration for Captain Cold.
Ah, yes,
as
yes.
well.
Leonard Snart
Yeah,
himself.
but I mean, at this point, they are still in the early stage. If you remember from Arrow, they are not quite villains yet. They just learning who they are, so they don't necessarily have a suit. So they're still like at the level of like a coat or military pants kind of.
And I guess it's important to acknowledge too, by the way, that you've worked on the Justice League that they had on Smallville, the Cyborg, Aquaman, the Flash,
Green
and
Arrow.
Green Arrow. Yeah,
That's right. Impulse, I think they called.
Oh, they called him
The
Impulse at that point. The first episode, they
but it
called
was
him
Barry
Flash.
Allen, though, I think.
Bart Allen.
Oh, Bart Allen's, yeah.
His grandson from the future.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah. So those designs were pretty cool, but I noticed that the designs I saw that you have on your website, they looked a significant amount different than what we ended up seeing on screen.
That's right.
And so I guess the question I need to ask you is how is that process like, being the guy who puts forth these images on paper, seeing them translated? I would imagine sometimes it's disappointing, other times it's really thrilling. Huh?
Right. Yeah, I mean, they were never disappointed, but it's just an unexpected outcome. Especially, mostly I think what it comes down to is like what fabric they end up using, or like the shade of fabric. Because I think that initially the illustration for the Green Arrow for Smallville was intended to be a little bit slightly more subdued, not as bright.
Right.
But then once again, those suits were never meant to be featured in like daylight. So anytime you see like a studio shoot with like white background, they just look so. I refer them to, they were my Power Ranger version of those guys.
Indeed.
They're the fun. I think they fit Smallville, that tone.
I think so too.
It fits them
degree,
well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm still actually quite enjoy the first Green Arrow suit.
Right on. Well, it pretty much is what they're using in the new 52 now. It was really interesting that they just adopted that.
Very interesting. Like,
weirded me out, man.
First time I saw that suit on comic cover, I think it was one of the older Green Arrow issue. They actually an illustrator
just before that they rebooted it.
That's
they
right. I
used
think
it in
someone
the cover.
actually drew him in that particular suit in front of a church. I think.
Yeah, the fall of Oliver Queen story.
That's right. That's right. So it's interesting. Also, one thing I've been trying to figure out is during Smallville, I designed a logo, which is a arrow tip with the letter G inside.
Oh, nice.
After that, I've seen that logo being used. Now, it might have been me subconsciously seeing that logo before.
Right,
so if anyone figured it out, please let us know. Or let me know.
Let the man know. Well, I guess I should ask you what other stuff you've worked on. So you've worked on a little bit on the Flash, Arrow, Smallville, and what other big geeky cool stuff have you done?
I mean, I worked on Continuum, also filmed in town.
I actually like those designs.
Seventh Son, which haven't been released yet.
Yeah,
I think
I worked on that a little bit. Barry worked on that too, right?
Next year, Seventh Son. I did a lot of concept for them. I mean, trace back to I worked on iRobot.
iRobot,
that was one of my first bigger gig after high school. But yeah, almost most things that has filmed in town,
cool sci-fi stuff.
I worked in,
Right
yeah, I'm kind of like the superhero guy in town, I guess.
Well, I kind of think they got the right guy for the job.
I've been now they just typecast me, so.
But it's a wonderful typecasting, isn't it?
Well, remember when they first called me about the Green Arrow for Smallville, I got a phone call like, oh, we're filming a show. I'm not sure if you heard or know much about it. It's called Smallville. And they're like, yeah, we have this character. He's an archer at Green Arrow. So they say, we were going to set up an interview next day, but I showed up with like 5 sketches.
Fantastic.
A little bit proactive. So.
He was a really nice guy, that Justin Hartley.
He's a very nice dude. So.
And I'm not just saying that because he has a great last name.
Yeah.
So out of all of your designs, which one are you the most proud of?
Ooh.
I know, it's like picking a child, which is easy for parents, right?
I mean, definitely Deathstroke. Not only because he turned out great, but it was also a big challenge because it was around the same time when Arkham City? Origins.
Yes.
Origins,
I think, yeah. The last one.
The last one, Arkham Origin came out, and that suit was a big hit. And I was like, shit, what the hell am I going to do? Because, I love that suit myself. Everybody loved it. I'm like, I need to tread this very carefully, or either they're going to call me ripoff, or
right.
this has been done before. So, but I just kind of follow the instinct of things I already know about Arrow, the tone they're going for, which is it's I would compare to Nolan universe, which is more grounded and it's hyper-realism, but still it's believable. Yeah. But definitely Deathstroke. Also, especially, I also did the original first version of Deathstroke.
Right. When it was all black.
All black. It was
traditional.
Just that wasn't Slade Wilson yet, Deathstroke. Yeah. And I got a lot of shit from people because, like, you don't know anything. He's supposed to be blind on one eye. I'm like, hold on. Just...
Wasn't your job, man. You were the writer.
Actually, at that point, I didn't even know real Slade, because I was confused when they say, we're going to do Slade Wilson now. And I was like, but I thought, oh, okay. Then I found out. So. But yeah, that I think that eased a lot of people's pain. Right. Once I did that version. So.
And I guess I did want to ask you if there's been any time that what was on paper got translated in a way that was disappointing for you. But I guess you probably couldn't really say anything like that, huh?
I couldn't, but well, I could. But actually, I am actually truly fairly happy with most. Usually, they're actually pretty bang on. Right on. Like the only one was bugging me maybe just a little bit was Ravager, her mask. Maybe it got a little bit too big.
Oh yeah, because
over the skull.
Yeah, your design was just more of it almost just looked like a traditional superhero mask kind of.
Yeah. So, but I mean, overall, I think still a great.
Yeah, I like the look. That was great. Yeah. And good on you for designing the Ravager very traditionally. She really felt to me like the traditional Ravager.
Right. I mean, up to the even for the producers, they are comic book fans themselves. So like.
And it comes off, frankly.
And you know they care, and you can tell they care. So I think that has a lot to do with it. So from higher up, their tone is already set. They have a true vision of how to translate it. So I have a good guidance of like, so they give me a good boundary of like, you can go there. Right.
So obviously, big nerd. We've covered this. Yep. What nerdy stuff are you into right now in the world of? Do you read comics? You read comics?
I try to. I mean, I have a full-time job working in animation studio.
Animation studio?
That's right. Yeah, so I'm an art director in animation studio by day. That's my daytime identity. And then at nighttime I do superhero stuff.
Nice.
Which is very fitting, right?
Wow. So, geek by day, geek by night.
Yeah, but one night fight crime, so. fan crime.
And by crime you mean nerds.
I mean nerds, that's right. Yeah.
We all know nerds need a constant fighting.
That's right. I do my training this finger a lot.
Well, good thing you're training at the Wildcat
At the
gym.
Wildcat gym,
I can't get over that hoodie, man.
So, I'll let you wear it after. For a bit.
Don't let me wear it.
I know,
don't want to give it back to you.
He's going to take it from me.
And
if you see him running around anywhere in Vancouver, let me know. Probably been stolen.
Call the police.
Call the police. Or call back. But yeah, any geeky stuff. I still try to read comics as much as I could. I have family now, so I don't have as much time. I am very looking forward to, I know I'm late, the Court of Owl series.
Fantastic storyline, yeah.
So I'm just dying to get into that. I heard nothing but great things about it. So
I played one of them in a Nightwing fan film.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. I don't know, I'm not very interested in the New 52 series. Partially, I'm such a visual guy, so if the visual bugs me sometime, it holds me up from reading.
Too many lines in the suits?
Yeah, there you go.
Fair enough.
So
I
love you, Jim Lee. If you, for a reason, you're watching it, I love Jim Lee, but
please watch Jim Lee. Please watch.
Please watch. But a little bit too many lines.
I agree.
Why is every superhero from different planets and dimension have the same costume designer?
Exact same, basic design.
Same tailor.
Those same necks on Aquaman, Green Lantern, and Superman. It seemed kind of weird that they all had the same designers. Yeah.
Unless they all use Alfred.
Unless they all use the Kryptonian Alfred.
The Kryptonian Alfred, maybe. Yeah. So, but so that bugged me just a little bit. I mean, I think I talk on many different podcasts about that, so I don't think I'll ever work with Jim Lee.
So there you have it. Andy Poon, artist extraordinaire. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching. As always, a giant thanks to Taz for letting us film here, and we'll see you next time.